to A Day in the Life of a Door-to-Door Sales Team Leader in 2024. I start my day off by hitting the gym. Just about to get a session in now. Let's go. So, for the sales aspect that I do is door to door. So, we go and knock on Janice's, Stephen's door. They don't know we're coming, but what we're doing here is we're qualifying people for a government's eco grant. If she's got an old boiler, a boiler that qualifies, and someone in the house qualifies as well, that house can then be eligible for a free upgrade of the boiler. Okay, so that's what we do.
And how is it you qualify?
First of all, the boiler has to be old enough to qualify, so it needs to be 10, 15 years plus for it to be eligible, as well as someone in the house. So there are 3 routes that people can qualify under. They only need to qualify under one. Okay. So the main one that we get is through what we call an NHS referral. So if someone in the household has any health conditions that they take repeat prescription medication for, if they have those, we just have to evidence that they're actually in receipt of that. And then of course evidence that the boiler's old enough to qualify. That's all we have to do to send off the initial application form. Okay. So we send that off, we get their funding approved, and then over the next few weeks, the next month or so, they have a survey and then the installation happens for them. So that's our job. So what do I do? Essentially at this point in time, I currently lead and manage a door-to-door sales team. So most of you probably heard of door-to-door sales, right? And you probably think it's a thing of the past. You had some little old fella knocking on your door asking if you wanted electricity at a certain price or you want to change your Wi-Fi. You probably think there's not a lot of money in it at this point in time. So the lads that we're making on the team, making 5, 10, 20k plus per month. So there's a lot of money in this game. And even if you're not going into it to make the career choice of moving to sales and making all that money, sales is an essential life skill. So it's something that we've all had to learn, and it is a skill. So it's not something that some people are initially good at straight away. Some of the lads that come on the team, they can't even talk when they first go. You know, they're knocking on little Janice's house when they're knocking up. They have no idea what to say. They can't even get the words out. And they're rearranging the words and they don't know what to do. And obviously if you can't speak to people like that on their door, when you go up to somebody, what makes you think you're going to be successful in life? Okay, if you can't communicate your points, where are you going to get to? Okay, you have to be able to communicate in today's world especially, because everything involves sales. So the clothes that you wear, when you're walking past the high street and you nip in a coffee shop, like, what made you go in that specific coffee shop? What about that shop? Was it the advertising? Was it the outside? Was it the interior? Did you hear something off somebody else? When you're getting a haircut, the clothes that you wear, absolutely anything is sales. Okay, so it's an essential life skill to learn. Speaking to George, the cameraman here earlier, about the gold rush. Okay, so some of you might have heard this before, but the people that made the most money in the gold rush were the people that were selling the shovels and the spades. Okay, so it wasn't the people actually mining and looking for the gold, selling that on. It was the people that had the supply of the equipment that the other people were using to try and gain money through that. Okay, so essentially be the person that's selling the spades and the shovels. Okay, learn the skill, be the guy that's selling the spades and the shovels. Supply and demand. So obviously if you've seen the title of the video and you've watched up until now, you've seen it'll be a day in the life of myself, a door-to-door salesman, and a leader of a door-to-door sales team in 2024. You probably wonder what that entails. Now, you've seen that I've been to the gym, I've had my hair cut, I'm currently back at home right now just doing a little bit of work. To you guys first about the freedom that sales and the specific type of sales that I'm in offers you. Okay, as you've seen, I'm able to go to the gym, I'm able to get my hair cut, I'm not tied down to an office. So I'm not sat in an office, 9 to 5, someone else, some Karen in the office telling me what to do. Okay, you can choose when you work. Okay, but with that, obviously comes an element of risk. Okay, now with sales, it's so good because what you put in is exactly what you get out of it. If you work in your 9 to 5 job, you can do a half shift and you still get the same paycheck at the end of the week or the end of the month. Or you could work really hard, outshine everyone else, and you still get the same paycheck at the end of the week or the end of the month. With sales, if you graft your ass off, put in 100%, your outcome will be crazy. Okay, what you put in is exactly what you get out. So it offers you a little bit more freedom in what you want to do. Okay, so as you'll see after this, just about to head to the fields. So, slight change in location. We're originally planning on going into Sheffield, but now obviously I've picked up my colleague here, Brad. We're now in Stoke, about to knock some doors. Filling Brad in with the little change in regulations. So Brad's just been away in Turkey for a week. Brad, if you want to speak on that.
Yeah, I've been in Turkey for a week now. So obviously with this job you get paid a lot of money. So I decided to treat myself, go to Turkey and whatnot. So now a few things have changed up. So I'm going to come and see the boss himself. Yeah, see what he's like on the doors.
Yeah, so he's just going to be shadowing me for a little bit. We'll knock these doors. Let's get to it. So yeah, obviously with a slight change in regulations, we're just about to start knocking these doors here. These ones behind us, they look quite...
Interesting.
I guess we are cold calling, but the best thing about this is we're not salesmen.
Exactly, they're on our list.
They are on the list, and we're here to qualify them, give them a free boiler, free installation. So this
does not exist.
We don't give a shit. All right, we don't give a shit. We're going to knock these houses. They're going to get a free boiler. We're going to make some sweet wonga. Patiently waiting.
Nothing like the sweet awkwardness of...
The sweet silence of
silence.
waiting for money. Boom, next door. Oh, hello mate. Just a quick one for you. These houses here, do you know if they're mainly home-owned or rented?
On your business, mate. We don't.
So the only reason why I'm asking is, we're just qualifying these streets here for the government's Eco4 grant. So essentially, if you haven't had your interior wall insulation done, you can get that done for free. Oh, standard.
Hi.
Hello, love, you alright? Yeah. Just wondering if you can help us out. These homes here, are they mainly home-owned or rented, do you know?
I don't know.
You have no idea?
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, no worries. That's fine. And what about yourselves? Are you guys rented or home-owned?
I'm buying in 3 years. My little dog's going to go out.
Ah, right.
I'm renting it, but I'm buying in 3 years.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Rented at the moment?
Come here. Oh, yeah, can you do me a favour? Can you come in a minute?
Wait, I'll do that. You go
Yeah.
Come on, Sky, behave.
No. Oh, it's a Sky TV, is it?
Yeah, Sky Glass. I know.
This is huge.
I know. But later I'm having this wall knocked down, so...
Yeah.
And
Okay,
wall
down.
mounted.
Do you want it like more that way or is
Yeah,
this alright?
more that way, yeah.
Okay.
So what are you doing then? What's happening?
So, well, I'll explain to you in just a minute what we're doing.
I don't want to do that. Should be okay.
Nice.
That is sweet.
That is cracking, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sweet
you.
job done. If you're a homeowner or private rented, you can
Right.
essentially get free interior wall insulation.
Oh, got a number? Give
Yeah,
me a
yeah,
number.
yeah, for sure.
Right.
I'll give you a leave behind, and we can
Okay.
talk on mobile because
Okay, yeah.
if you haven't had the interior wall insulation done, is it private or agency?
I'm
Really?
renting at the moment, but I've been
Right.
in 6 years I'm going to buy, basically,
Right.
so I've done
Do
a
you-
lot to the property.
Perfect. Do you have direct contact with the landlord?
Yes,
You
I
do.
do. Yes.
Lovely, that's exactly what we need. So that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Just to double check, you haven't had the interior wall insulation done, have you?
No.
It doesn't look like it.
No, I haven't, no.
What about loft insulation?
Yeah, I've got that.
You've had that. When was that done?
Gosh, About 4 years ago.
4, right, so that's quite up to date.
Yeah.
Perfect. Since you haven't had that done, we can qualify you.
Okay.
There are 3 main routes people use to qualify. The main one
Okay.
we've had with your neighbours has been through an NHS referral. So if anyone in the property receives any, like repeat prescription medication,
Yeah, my
or
mum does.
prescription
Yeah,
slips,
my mum.
is there anything for blood pressure?
No.
No. What's the medication for?
Uh,
Medication.
Yes.
For, right, so that would
Yeah.
be classed as immunosuppressive.
Okay.
And she will qualify through that. So
Okay.
since she's in receipt and you haven't had that done, you can
Okay.
qualify. For the
Okay.
interior
Give me a
wall
number there.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, so obviously we can qualify it. By the way, it is free, so you don't have to pay anything towards it since you qualify.
Okay.
Just send me a text either now, just so I know it's your number, or you can send it a little bit later on in the
Okay,
evening,
I will do that.
and then we can see where we go from there.
Alright then.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
Thanks for
Thanks guys for that.
Does anyone take prescription medication in your house at all? No, nothing for asthma, anything for high cholesterol or high blood pressure. It's really common. No worries. There are 2 other routes, so that's fine. The second route, and probably the second most common one as well, is through benefits. So if anyone receives any benefits at all in the property, then you can qualify through that. Universal credit, perfect. So you do qualify. So since you're in receipt of that, we can do the insulation for you. Grassington Road, was that in? Just correct me if I'm wrong. Was it in Nottingham? Yeah, perfect. I do remember that street. So there is quite a vast range. It can range from a few £100s to a few grand for the exterior. It does depend on the property. So what we do to put that forward is we get the surveyor out for you, so they know a little bit more about the details, whether we can proceed with it and how much it will cost, things like that. Okay. Obviously, we're there to qualify the household, see if you qualify. We know obviously the basics about the insulation, where it goes, what it does, how it helps the house, and what it actually is. But the surveyor, they know a little bit more about exactly where it's going to go, and they know a little bit. They're there to study what sort of house you've got and how much it will cost for you after it gets sent off. So the exterior, to answer your question, is a few £100s to a few grand. It depends on the property. And the interior is free. So they will paint it white again after, and they will remaster your skirting board, so you have a nice clean canvas to go off again. If your walls are white, obviously that's perfect for you. So they paint it white for you and they remaster your skirting board, so everything's left. There's absolutely no mess for you at all. Obviously so they would do every room that can be insulated. So your wet rooms, like your kitchen and your toilets and things like that, because there's water flow into there, they can't insulate those due to pipes, obviously. But the rest of the houses, they can be insulated. So that's what the surveyor's there to do. They're there to measure and take pictures of walls that can be done. So it's all the exterior walls of your house, but it's obviously put on the interior. So with the Universal Credit, do you receive that on your phone? So what I can do is, I'll put your name forward, we'll sort out all the documents that we need to, because we need to send those over, or when I'm next in Nottingham, I can actually pop round to your house and organise an appointment for you. We'll figure out what works best for you. But for, obviously, the surveyors pop round and to actually advance it forward, I will put your name forward for interior and exterior, and if you wish to cancel the exterior once you find out the price, then you can say, okay, I don't wish to continue with that. There's no obligation or contract with these, by the way. It's just putting your name forward, see if we can secure the funding. So yeah, that's all set for you, mate. Yeah, so what I'll do is, I'll send you a list of all the documents and pictures that I need. Because obviously when we qualify someone and we go around to their house, that's why we do it with them. So we tell them which exact documents and sort of pictures that we need. Obviously we need certain pictures of the property, like the boiler and the outside and things like that. So I'll send you just a list of photos that you can take. It will probably take you about 5 minutes to do the whole thing. It's really easy. I'll send you a list of those and then just pop those across to me, and then I'll hop on a call with you and explain the rest of the process. It's really simple, so it's nice and easy for you. Okay. What was your name, sorry, mate? Was it Amir? Umer. Perfect. Right. My name's Eden. I'm not sure if your neighbour told you that. So I'll just make a note of my number, my name and number, and I'll give you a text literally in the next 10 minutes of the list of things that you need to do. Okay. Perfect. Right. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
2 sales within 20 minutes.
That's money calling, baby.
W.
So obviously you saw a very small snippet of the work that we do day to day. So in that time, obviously you saw the 2 sales that I made with the clients that we got into their house, organised appointments with them. After that, I also got 2 more sales just on a couple of houses down, and I also got that you'll see that we'll put in this video here, a little snippet of, well, it's quite a long snippet. It's a video that I got, so it's a referral from a client that I got last week. Obviously within those 4 sales there, that's about £1,500 made, if not more, just from those sales. It was a very small working day. So not every day is like this. Not every day is cool cinematics. Going to the gym, getting a trim, and it all looking cool. Some days are a little bit grimmer. Still get up, grind, go to the gym. We're at the fields 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes we're not leaving till 7:30, 8:30 at night. So it's a long day out there door knocking. Obviously, you saw in the short amount of time the amount of sales that I made. Times that by 16. That was only half an hour's worth of work. So imagine 8, 9, 10 hours in the field like that. Imagine that amount of money that you could make doing that. Okay. So yeah, that's a day in the life. If you enjoyed, I'll continue these. If you don't enjoy, I'm still going to continue them. So see you later.